the Muskegon Channel. It's Andy O'Reilly, and today I am out in front of the Matt's Garage, and we are here to talk about a big photo exhibition that's coming up. Marquis is here. He's going to tell us a little bit about his contribution first. But Miss Kerri, VanderHoff, is going to tell us a little bit about this South Heights photo project. Am I getting it right?
Close. South Heights, yep, South Heights Photovoice, now you're making me say it wrong.
I know, right?
South Heights Photovoice Initiative exhibition. So I'll tell you a little bit about,
Tell me how it got started.
Okay, well, it got started because in large part, really, there's a group called the Community Health Innovation Region, sort of a group of larger stakeholders in Muskegon County, really looking at the health and well-being of our residents.
Okay.
And that leads to a couple of different ways to sort of understand how we can maybe address or move forward or build on strengths and different community assets. So they thought, well, we've really got to go to the residents. And maybe the best way to do this in part is to sort of find a focus group, a focus area. And I think that's where Marquis came in. But I'll tell you a little bit, he can talk a little bit to that and how he sort of engaged and we're starting to work in different ways. But let me just tell a little bit about Photovoice and how I came in. I teach film part-time. I'm also part of the Coalition for Community Development, so working out of the area where the focus group was at. And Photovoice is a way to put cameras in the hands of everyday people, residents, because a lot of times when you're looking to understand those strengths in the community, understanding the areas of concern, from the outside you sometimes get that wrong in both areas. So the best way is to go straight to the residents, and photographs are powerful.
Sure.
So they're great cameras. We brought in a professional photographer just to sort of give the rundown and how to use the cameras and sort of ideas about rule of thirds and all those things that photographers know. It was a fun session. We had dinner together. But
Speaking of rule of thirds, okay, we're good.
Are we? And but then from there, the big question was, we just very open-ended, was what are your hopes and dreams for yourself, your family, your community, and what supports that? And what gets in the way of that? And so very open-ended. And then we continued with a series of weekly discussions. We got together a couple hours each week. These residents were really committed to the process and brought in photographs each week that they had gone out to take, and then started to just talk about them. And what happened is really great conversation beyond just the areas of concern or the areas to celebrate, but root causes and what contributed to that, and maybe even some action steps that might be. So really great conversations, and that happened over about 2 months. And there was a lot of work also in preparing which pictures went out and the narratives that go along with that. All decided by the residents. And
really?
Yes. And
so we're actually giving people a chance to tell their own story.
Unmediated. Yep. And the residents will be in attendance.
Who thought of that?
I know, right? And the cool thing is we had a little private preview. It was so cool. So I'm going to tell you, you want to be here for this one. So we're ready to, the residents, I should say, are ready to bring it to
get the word out.
Yep.
Marquis, tell me your story here. Hold the picture up a little bit,
okay,
Kerri.
this is only one of 20. We're
one
getting
of 20.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek right here. Tell me a little bit about this picture, Marquis. And this is your photo, and it talks about identity. Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, it's a personal story of mine, and it's pertaining to me being from Muskegon Heights in a predominantly black community, and going off into college as an athlete. And as I went off into college, it was like a culture shock for me. I went to Olivet College. It was like a culture shock for me because I never been around so many white people.
Right.
You know, so and what it was I went through, after playing basketball for a couple years there, I had stopped playing basketball, and I went through like this identity crisis as an athlete and as a person. It was more like I've been playing basketball since I was 4 years old.
Yep.
And I had this big dream, and then the dream shattered, and it's like,
what next?
What's next? And who am I? I always looked at myself as Marquis, the basketball player, and not looking at it as I'm Marquis, and basketball is something that I did.
Right.
And during that time, I actually had some great people in my life. I had two of the head women and assistant women basketball coach at Olivet College that actually took me in and allowed me to be able to interact and be around basketball without having to be a part of basketball, and that helped me stay in school.
Sure.
And the biggest one is a professor of mine. Her name is Nancy VanderHoff. She took me in, she challenged me, she realized I was in a depressed state of mind, And what she did was, she was like my mom on campus, but she was a white woman. And it was like, to me, it was like, oh wow, it's not what I thought, because we all have this pre-notion of each other.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Before we even get a chance to get to know each other and
Prejudge.
and
Prejudge.
for her to bring
What does that
me
lead
in,
to? Prejudice.
Prejudice. Yeah. Oh my
Funny how
goodness.
that works.
Yep.
That was great right there. Yeah, and what she did was she brought me in and took me in and actually challenged me, and she was my advisor as well.
Sure.
And without those three, I don't know what I would have been doing.
You're doing good.
And I give a big contribution to them, and that's in the story as well. And it's just to paraphrase the story, but yeah, as far as that identity, that was a big stage in my life, because I was really in a dark time, and it pulled me out. And
I've been there.
What I love about the story too is you did also lean back on that very strong upbringing.
And that was the key
was
too,
formed,
and that was a very big key, was that me growing up in Muskegon Heights gave me this great just strength, and knowing where I came from and where I can go.
And it doesn't hurt that I know your grandma too. I know a little bit about the strength that comes from grandma.
Big contribution to my family,
That's
the
right.
teachers. Because I came in Muskegon Heights when it was a tight-knit community. Everybody it was like a family felt environment.
Yeah.
And those people helped me a long way. The security guards, the coaches, teachers, everybody. It was like you couldn't go to the store without seeing somebody then. And that strong upbringing is that foundation. Is what holds me together today.
So Kerri, talk about the exhibit. It gets underway Friday.
It does, Friday 5 to 7, and then back again on Saturday from 10 to 1. So no excuses.
Right.
You can make one of those. And this is just one, again, of 20, and this is a little bit more symbolic, as you see, but all very personal. And some are representational. You might see some art that is a picture of a house, and there's a story behind that. You might see something very abstract. It's maybe sun rays, and then the beautiful story that's behind that. So they're not just pictures, although these are wonderful. There are stories behind it, and so come and have the conversation with the people, and see where the conversation goes from there, because the exhibition is a catalyst for the conversation starters.
And these will continue on?
These will. So this is the public premiere, but can we announce where it's going to be next?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be at the festival in the park as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something else Grandma's got her fingers in.
I just saw your interview for that one, Andy, so I definitely know.
So that'll be next weekend.
Yep.
And also we have County Summit coming up in the fall.
Okay. Well, when that county summit comes along, let us know.
We will, because
we want to be a part of it.
That is a big
and
deal.
that might be something we could show live. We could even stream that live, so more people that couldn't make it could come down and be a part of that.
We'll absolutely keep you in the loop, because we've got to this. It's a smaller focus group, but these are universal human issues. And strengths, and we're all a community. So that'll be September 10th, I believe, is what we're looking at. So we'll keep you informed, and everybody should be there.
Friday and Saturday, get down here to the bus terminal, learn a little bit more about this. This is just amazing. For a guy that's never been on TV, man, you did great.
Thanks.
Send good word back to Granny. Tell her what you did. All the details will be right here on the Muskegon channel Friday and Saturday. Come on out and take a look.